A long time ago, in the village of Ayigberu, there lived a maiden by the name of Olajumoke. Olajumoke was a paragon of beauty, a sight for sore eyes. Her beauty and allure drew many suitors from far and near who came to seek her hand in marriage. She, however, refused marrying any of them, as she felt none was handsome enough to be her husband. One day, Olajumoke went to her stall in the market square to sell her wares. While there, a very fair-looking young man entered the market and started buying things. This man commanded the attention of all because of his good looks and imposing stature. Immediately, Olajumoke became drawn to him such that she left her stall and started following him around the market. As the young man was about leaving, he noticed that Olajumoke was following him and he asked her why. She explained that she loved him and was willing to follow him anywhere. However, the young man persuaded her to go back home, as one would have to cross the Red and Blue Sea. But all of these warnings fell on Olajumoke's deaf ears. Afterwards, they got to a thick forest where the man had borrowed his 2 legs and hands in order to procure things in the human market. At this juncture, he returned the legs and hands. Olajumoke was petrified with fear. At this point, the handsome young man only had a head and a chest. And when he got to another place, he returned the chest he borrowed and was left with only a head. Olajumoke could no longer mask her fear. She earnestly begged him that he should allow her to go home. The man, also named Ori, declined her wish and proceeded on the homeward journey. That was how he used mystical powers to tie a cowrie's chain on her neck, so that any time she attempts to escape from his home, the chain would alert him with the following song. Back home in Olajumoke's village, a manhunt was sent to all the surrounding villages in search of the village belle Jumoke. Different medicine men were consulted, and all of them assured her parents that she would come back home. One fateful day, a hunter was in the forest searching for game when he noticed Olajumoke roaming around the forest. He was aghast to see such a beauty in the middle of a thick forest. So he asked her what she was doing there, and she told him her story. The hunter promised to help her out if Olajumoke would promise to marry him afterwards. The village belle was not happy because the hunter was a very ugly man. Eventually, she agreed to his proposal and he swung into action. He cut off the cowrie's chain from her neck after chanting certain incantations and was able to lead her successfully through the forest and into the waiting arms of her parents. On getting home, she was received with much pomp and pageantry by the entire village. Her parents showed their gratitude to the hunter with the numerous gifts given to him. However, they were stunned when their daughter expressed the intention of marrying the hunter. However, there was nothing they could do, as Olajumoke had already given the hunter his word that she would marry him. Be that as it may, they still gave their consent to the marriage, but the villagers mocked Jumoke for eventually condescending to marry a man who was not as handsome or as wealthy as most of the men who had earlier sought her hand in marriage.